And I just spent like 16 hours in bed. Well, no, maybe more like 12. But I did a live yesterday morning after coming home from work. I'm still in the same shirt, and I stopped drinking caffeine. So I slept for maybe 4 hours, and I woke up and I had a terrible headache, which is typical when you stop drinking caffeine. And so I went uh, back to bed and just I've been in and out of bed all day. Get up. I went to the store, so I had some frozen chimichangas. I've been eating nothing but frozen chimichangas. Uh, I put them in the microwave for way too long, and then I go back to bed and wait for them to be done, and then maybe half hour later, I muster up the energy to get up and eat my chimichangas, and then go back to bed. Ooh. So I woke up. It was past midnight. I still have this annoying cut on my finger, right in the fold, right in the skin fold there. Oh, I don't think anyone's going to join this live, but hey, YouTube wants me doing this. Well, there's somebody out there. What's up, folks? I just had the weirdest dream. I dreamt I was guarding a car oranged guy. Hello there, Richard. What's up, bro? Waking up with my coffee, feeling terrible as usual. You probably missed it. I still have this cut on my finger that hurts very badly. Yeah, coffee. Um, this is actually a Starbucks pumpkin spice coffee that I believe it's a medium roast, and it was on sale for like $1 a bag. The Rob Bloxian. Hello, 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 hello. How are you? I'm holding on. Theeth, the goddess, says that she is gay, and how are you? You know, I remember I was working at a hotel while the gay pride parade passed by, and somebody came in from the parade wearing assless chaps. I was talking to a gay man who said, "That's not gay. That's I need attention." Then he probably went upstairs and did it with that guy. But I mean, more power to him. I mean, if a girl had come in with assless chaps and I had gone upstairs and done her, that would have been cool. You'd all be saying, "All right, man." Oranged guy. I am not much of a coffee drinker, but I guess I like the one from Starbucks. Again, I actually added more pumpkin spice flavor and some half and half for this because I have to get it down because I'm using it to get rid of my headache. The one and only is talking something about their transgender YouTubers. Okay. Johnny Bravo. What's up, man? New here. What's going on? I am a insane fat man trying to save the world through ocean cleaning and the like, and I am waking up with a coffee. My favorite kitten has just joined me. This is Bear. What's Bear? Goofy kid, bro, has a double chin. And a butt chin, if you'll notice. I'm a very strange looking person when you think about it. Sharky Sabes 1234 says hi. Orange guy, that really is not nice. People say nasty things to me all the time. Tristan Smith, longtime fan, is in the chat here. Hey, man. Goofy Kid, you have a double chin. Don't forget my butt chin. Seriously. Get it right. No way, bro, said Sup, man. Orange guy, Richard, this user is body shaming you. And I'm body positive. Okay? You want to body shame me? Go right ahead. Okay, I'm a grown man. You know, I can take a few insults every now and again. I mean, if they don't want to support this channel, they shouldn't watch this channel. But you know, every person watching is giving me watch hours right now, and that's what I need. So I'm going to put up with the body shaming. I put up with a lot of hatred. I'm a Jew. We're used to it. Tristan Smith is at work. Hey, bro, don't get fired over me. Johnny Bravo. Make me mod so I got this goofy as PPL out of here. Okay. Orange guy, that doesn't sound nice. You know, the world isn't nice. There are a lot of not nice people on YouTube, and you just gotta learn to live with them. You know, I mean, somebody can insult me on YouTube, right? But in real life, somebody could knock over my coffee, which is a lot worse than being insulted on YouTube because now you have a mess to clean up. Orange guy, butt chin. Yeah, that's when you have this bone cleft in your chin that looks like the intergluteal cleft. Life lessons. Do you need a video editor? No, I edit my own videos. Goofy Kid is now saying weird things. More Goofy Kid, bro, is the Planet Fitness. I'm more of a 24-hour fitness guy, actually, but, I mean, I was injured in a car accident. Well, I was injured while I was changing the tire of a car. The car fell on me and damaged my spine, so I can't go to the gym right now. I mean, I think I could go back, but I don't really have the time, so it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other, but that's why I got this large. Gamer, 10 out of 10 by 10 ragabate. I don't know what that means, bro. I mean, so it's either really, really good or really, really bad. G, bro, I don't hate you, but you should do some workouts. You might die of a heart attack. Again, I have a fitness channel where I discuss my fitness, and I mean, it's about having the time. I am dangerously depressed, which is why everyone in my family is big. We all have mental health problems that have a lot to do with our weight. And one of the things you have to understand is, like, I used to go to the gym for 3 hours a day, and I would hit that elliptical for 30 minutes, and then I would go and I'd do some machines, and then I'd hit that elliptical again, and then only about 2 hours into my workout could I get that elliptical to give me a target heart rate. And the reason for that was not that I was incredibly fit. It was because my depression stopped my body from burning calories. There is one time in my life where my depression was essentially cured. I was actually happy. And I started burning fat so quickly that I had to keep a gallon bottle of water with me wherever I went and constantly be drinking it and constantly be going to the restroom because I was just burning calories and I mean, my cheeks sucked in and I just dropped weight like no tomorrow and because I was happy. But achieving that happiness again, I don't think that's ever going to happen. So no, I mean I don't need to start pumping iron. Pumping iron is not the issue. It's it's all up here. It's not what I'm eating, it's what's eating me. Although I did have a lot of chimichangas today because I spent a lot of time sleeping because I worked way too many hours. Oranged guy, Goofy Kid, I am calling the cops because this is trash called Goofy Kid in the chat and it's litter. Yeah, Goofy Kid, you're vandalism, man. Oh, gamer, the fact someone is a bit bigger than others doesn't. Uh, the fact that someone is a. No, okay. Where was that? I'm completely lost in this chat right now. Okay, the fact that someone is a bit bigger than others doesn't mean they aren't the same as a human. Yeah, this morning when I went to the store, there was a transgender working there who we are friends. I mean, we're not good friends. We don't like hang out or anything, but she she's always happy to see me because I treat everyone as a person first. You're a person, then you're whatever else. Yeah, someone has a very superficial idea of both health and people and starts commenting on my weight. All right, it's rude, it's childish, but it happens, and I'm an adult. Okay, so Rusty Dog, Jesus will help when he returns. The Mormons believe Jesus did return. Uh, Nama Kutaba Rana Sarasa says, Hi, hands, hands, hands. She says hi a second time with a flag. Looks like she's some hot chick. Always love it when the hot chicks are saying hello. Tristan Smith, on stream Monday, I will be talking about topic maybe you can help. I don't know what my schedule is Monday, but you have to be a little more specific there because I think I'm going into work at 4 o'clock California time. Mana Katuba Ramasura, you are 1K nearly. All the best. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, for every 1,000 subscribers I get across all 6 of my channels, I pay for the removal of a pound of trash from the ocean. And that's through the company 4Ocean. And 4Ocean is a very respected company. They are not a charity, they are a for profit company, which charities tend to be very corrupt. And they're not as questioned or scrutinized as nonprofit organizations. So, I trust them. Although my biggest channel has almost 7,000 subscribers now. They sent me an email saying that I had pulled 31 pounds of trash out of the ocean. So, you know, just to be clear, that's not all I do. I also pay for trees to be planted, and I feed orphans. So I have a number of charities that I subscribe to. It's a saying amongst my people, if not me, then who? So to be one of my tribe, you are supposed to take a personal responsibility for the world. Where Pause. Okay, gamer. I was talking to Goofy Kid. Ragabate means that someone is acting rude to someone else to start a fight, just like Goofy Kid is doing. Ragabate. Is that slang or is that a word? I'm gonna look that up. Oh, rag baiting. Wikipedia. Also, rag farming. So it appears to be slang. And I want to save that word. So I am going to pull up a file to do that. Ragabate. Let me just. I apologize for the lull in conversation here, but when I find a word I don't know, I make it a point to put it in a file here. And I have a channel where I'm supposed to be um, defining words professionally, so they're helping people expand their vocabulary. Although dude, I'm depressed. The G. David Goggins was also fat, but he didn't give excuses. You know, Sean C. Phillips was fatter than me. And yes, again, motorcycle. Success made him thin. Same thing with Philip DeFranco. Gamer, that's honestly sad. I didn't even know that was possible. I hope one day it gets better for you. It is actually possible to die of depression. And this was something we found out. Orphans in America were simply dying. They would just fall over dead. They had good nutrition. They were treated well. They had blankets. They weren't dying of exposure. They had proper funding, but they were just dying of cardiac arrest. And they found out that human beings, we are social animals. We need to be cared for. We need people to care about us in order for us to thrive. So yeah, it's a thing. Uh, Too far gone. Chimichanga. Yeah. I mean, I overcook them. I eat frozen chimichangas. I don't deep fry them. Too far gone. Two genders, bro. Trump said so. I don't give a damn what Trump said. I mean, I will follow the law, but I will not follow the philosophy of a man that paints himself orange. The Blue Baron, you look the picture of health, but don't worry about it. I have diabetes, and I got diabetes after a car fell on me. Although, everybody said that should have killed me. So, uh, Adjigi, why do Americans live in a bubble and think that they are better than anyone? Well, primarily because we are the most powerful nation in the history of the world. Our biggest enemy, Russia, is a joke. And that in our education really is very varied across states. I'm a Californian. We tend to be better educated because we have a better education system. And I can tell you, I am not impressed with the education system in California. The best we have is crap. Orange guy, I know a character with butt chin, and it's the character from Family Guy, Peter Griffin. You have no idea how many times people have called me Peter Griffin. Tristan Smith, I'll be talking about the difference between yogurt and sour cream. Do you have any knowledge? I honestly don't. I mean, they're both a form of curdled milk. In fact, there's cheeses that look a lot like yogurt. So it's it's really a gray area unless there is a legal definition. The Blue Baron, I think that just paying a company or feeding poor people is a cop out. Go out and be a good purr and lose weight. Dude, after the accident, I ballooned up to 415 pounds. I'm down to 350. I am losing weight. Problem being is the faster you lose weight, the faster you can gain it back. And it's bad for your internal organs. So there is a certain amount of don't push it, bro, you'll hurt yourself going on there. All right? Anthony Rock one. The word is rage. Rage? Rage. Okay. Gamer. Anthony, I get that you are probably just trying to help, but it's still not great to say it like that. Mm. Again, you're going to have to go quite a distance to offend me. I get pro-Palestine people in here that say all kinds of nasty things about me and nasty things about my people, and that's life. You're going to have people insult you in life, and I can get over it, or I can cry about it, and I choose to get over it. Game. Okay, Anthony Rock. I am telling the guy who is speaking who is mispronouncing it without knowing it. Eh. Gamer. Yeah, I know. Gamer. Dying of depression is just horrible. Yeah. I mean, the way I describe it is there was a time in my life. I live in California, mind you. Okay, we don't have cold in California. Not in Los Angeles anyway. Up in the mountains we have cold, but we think cold is like 40 degrees. So we're sissies out here when it comes to cold. Go up to Big Bear, yeah, okay, they got cold there, but here in Los Angeles we don't have cold. And I was cold once, and so I put on a blanket, and I put on another blanket. I was maybe 16, and then I put on another blanket, and it didn't matter how many blankets I put on because the cold was on the inside. Blankets just keep the warmth in, and I didn't have any of that. So the depression turned off my metabolism, which is, I mean, that's what depression is for. It's a mechanism for coping with a bad situation. And I actually come from peoples that tend to see hard winters. And what you do in the winter is you're stressed out, so your body shuts down and conserves calories, and you eat everything in sight because the food that is available tends to be of lower quality, so you tend to gain weight. Okay? That's the thing is some people they just need to exercise, but with some people it's they have to fix the computer that runs the machine. You know what I mean? Anyway, where was I? Uh, Another cool word is curmudgeon. Yeah. Gamer, my laptop needs an update. I am going to restart, and after that, I will be back. Okay, bro. I mean, good to have you. Clint, uh, what's up, Richard? How you doing today? I'm doing okay, Clint. I'm. I just spent like 12 hours in bed because I overworked myself, and I didn't have enough caffeine, and now I'm waking up with a coffee. I did, however, get myself some bison meat, which is going to be a new experience for me. And you know I love new experiences. The Blue Baron. Who are you people? Who are my people? The Ashkenazi. The Blue Baron. Do you get big spiders and snakes in California? Not really. I mean, our snakes, like California, at least Los Angelinos, freak out over a 3-foot snake. I mean, It's just sad. There was one time I was at work and there was this beautiful gopher snake, this 3 foot golden gopher. And, it was just snaking about, being a thing. And they called animal control. And animal control's like, dude, it's a gopher snake. Let it go. Sat there for half an hour. We were just jiving about snakes with the animal control dude. And he goes, you really know your stuff. He goes, I'm like, I don't think so, but my mother was an accredited biology teacher. She taught biology at the youth science center or something like that. I don't remember. I remember being in her classes and such, but she taught biology, so I'm a pretty well informed person when it comes to that. Gamer, I think the thickness and order of blankets matters. You should have the thinnest, the closest to you, and the thickest to the furthest away from you. Yeah, I mean, a thicker blanket is going to do better at keeping in the heat, but the bottom line is my body temperature was low. Um, I started bleeding out of my fingernails, and I turned blue. So no amount of blankets was going to help. What you would need with that is a heating pad. And heating pads at the time were pretty primitive, so they would burn you if you left them touching your skin. Anthony Rock One, if two vegans are arguing, is it considered a beef? No, it's considered an impossible burger. Vegans, incidentally, don't taste very good. They're very bitter. Tristan Smith, how was work, man? Oh, bro, I can't even talk about that. It was very, I mean, I have too many jobs at this point, and I'm just so tired, and my work is just one headache after another. But we're working through things, and hopefully we'll get better. I think my gardener was deported because I haven't seen him, and it's pay week, and I mean I pay him in cash out of respect, and he's not been around, so I'm gonna have to buy a lawnmower basically. The Blue Baron, why has LA gone to hell over the last few years? Last few years? Okay, that would mean like 2 or 3 years. LA went to hell more than a decade ago. I mean, you could argue even further than that, but it's like, look, I used to work in the heart of Hollywood, and I would drive home, and everything looked fine if congested. Now you drive through the same area, and there are homeless tents, and there are people burning fires for heat, and there's graffiti everywhere. So LA went to hell a long time ago, and the answer is primarily the economy. Oh, okay. Dixie Normus, do you sniff after you scratch? What are you talking about? The Blue Baron, Germany is a great country. That's a strange thing for the Blue Baron to say. It's more of a Red Baron thing. In fact, the Blue Baron would actually imply that you're English. Tristran Garwood? We've got two Tristrans in here. Wow. My wife's father accidentally discharged his gun in the house today, right next to me. Okay, bro, trigger discipline is very important. Why was his firearm even loaded in the house? You know, we have a rule. You never point the muzzle at your gun at anything you're not willing to destroy. And you always treat the weapon as if it is loaded, even when you know it is not. Okay? That is trigger discipline. And it's important. So, I mean, you need to tell that dude to not be waving his gun around your house because he's going to shoot something you care about. The Blue Baron asked, did anyone die? Tristan Garwin says, no, thank God. Do you live in Florida? Tristan Smith, I am very proud of of you recently, buddy. You're doing good. Okay. Michael just farted in a bottle. Um, you do you, bro. If you look at the background here, that's Kit and Mustapha. Kit is having problems with blackheads on her chin, so don't mind her dark muzzle. Anthony Rock one. Who cooks in a lesbian relationship? No one. They both eat. Michael farted in a bottle again. The Blue Baron. Yeah, I'm British. Yeah. Blue actually used to be the color of Ireland. Um, but blue is the color, currently the color of Britain. So, it's one of those things. It's like there was that movie Mystery Men, and there was one of the superheroes was the Blue Raja, and they're like, "Why don't you have any blue on your costume?" And the reason he called himself the Blue Raja is because he was emulating a British man during the occupation of India, which I don't know if Raj is even an Indian word now that I think about it. Um, the Blue Bear, did you delete my comment? I don't even know how to do that, bro. There may be a problem with your computer. YouTube does hold comments, and I mean to be clear, Tristan Smith here is a longtime friend of the channel, and he's probably my biggest supporter at this point, or my most supportive subscriber, and they've held his comments. So, I mean, it does happen that comments get held all the time. Yeah, in a video, I asked Clint if he ever ate rattlesnake, and he said he has. I've always wanted to try rattlesnake. Orbran, leave. You leave. This is my live stream. The Blue Baron. Britain didn't occupy India, didn't they? I mean, the reason we call it IPA is India Pale Ale, which India, because of the weather in India, it's hard to have beer there. So India Pale Ale was the only beer that would not spoil. Um, so that's why it got the name India Pale Ale as opposed to just Pale Ale. Oh, Blue Baron, we built it. Well, the land was still there, and I think it was still called India. You know, look, it was history. I mean, we can't change the past. We can only change the future. And there are a lot of wonderful things about Britain and a lot of terrible things about Britain, like every country. I mean, I would really like to visit the burial mound of my ancestors in Northern Ireland, but it's not in the cards right now. I don't have anybody to look after my animals, so that's that's the thing. Anthony Rock one, or what do you call a Chinese man with a video camera? Filming? Oh, okay, I get it. It's a pun. Chanastify. Howdy, Richard. What's up, bro? What's in your mouth in your profile picture? Dixie Normus? Really? Dixie Normus? I am unimpressed. I am Jewish. Ron Jeremy was a perfectly average Jewish, I guess he's not dead, perfectly average Jewish boy. Just really short. When my goldfish dies, should I give it to my cat? Depends on what it dies of, really. Do understand that cats do eat carrion, they do eat rotten things, but if your goldfish dies of a disease, it could make your cat sick. I mean, I would consult a vet about that, not me, but I mean, people eat goldfish all the time, so. Eh. Urban Leave. Oh no. Tristan Smith, would you want to try other exotic meats? Tristan, I will generally try anything that is not endangered. I have said that I will not eat cat or dog. That is my general limitation. Were it perfectly legal, I would have no trouble eating another person. You know, uh, I'm not really trying to eat other people, but I mean, sometimes they just taste so good. But yeah, trying exotic meat is. I'm a food blogger, and whereas that's just a hobby, it is a hobby I take pretty seriously. So, I'm always trying to try something new. I'm always trying to expand my horizons. I'm always trying to know more. It's just that's how it is. So yeah, of course I would. Urban Leave, you the reason they invented double doors. No, I'm the reason they invented garage doors. You're thinking small, boy. Cheetos Bird, what's up, bro? You seem to know a lot of random facts. Ever consider going on Jeopardy? No, I have not. Although people have said I should start a podcast. I don't know why. Chainstify says that there are noodles coming out of his mouth in his profile picture. It's hard for me to see. Tristan Smith, would you eat a camel? Yeah. Why? Is there something wrong with camel that I don't know about? I mean, when a camel dies, I'm pretty sure they used to eat them. The Blue Baron, you'd really eat human? In the right situation, I certainly would eat human. And I would rather eat human than cat or dog. Okay? We human beings are cannibals by nature. It is perfectly natural. It is not psychopathic to eat another human, it is sociopathic. It is a violation of society. In fact, in cannibal culture, it is considered polite to eat your relatives when they die, and it is considered an insult to refuse to eat the internal organs of a person. So when a cannibal kills someone from another tribe, they eat their muscle, but they won't eat like their heart or their intestines or anything like that. So it's really weird, but I mean, were I among cannibals and somebody offered me a bicep, I'd probably chow down on it. I mean, you never really know unless you're there. But the eating people thing is more a joke about me being fat, or sometimes a joke about uh, oral sex. Would you say California people are soft? The Blue Baron, California is a big state, and we have a lot of people. And some of us are hard as hell, and some of us are soft as mud. Just depends on who you are. You can't really say that Californians are this or Californians are that. And I mean, there's no California philosophy. If there is one, it's primarily that we should respect the environment and live a charmed life. Urban Leave, you could sell some shade with your size. It's not my fault your mom likes to cook after sex. Dixie Normus, what is cannibal culture? Where are they located? Africa. Where humanity started, Africa. The Blue Baron, there's no cannibal culture, lol. There is cannibal culture. There are modern tribes of cannibals. They have a culture. So there is such a thing as cannibal. Look, I've worked with anthropologists who have talked about this to me. I actually knew a man who went out there looking for human meat in Africa. And apparently where he was living, which was amongst the Edamame, he said that calling someone a cannibal is considered an insult. But so there was no human meat to be purchased. But, typically speaking, in food restricted areas, what one consumes is anything they can find. So, eating each other is just good practice. The Blue Baron there. Okay. Urban Leave. Richard, there is something on your seventh chin. Yes, there's something on my seventh chin. My eighth chin. The Blue Baron, there's more people in the UK than in California. Okay. I believe there's more economy in California than there is in the UK. We make better cheese than you. We make better wine than you. We make better weed than you. Tristan Smith, we should find camel when we were in Pakistan. We really wanted to. We ate nahari. Ours was beef brain and bone marrow. That was delicious, man. Yeah, you want to be careful when you're eating the internal organs of animals. They're not good for you. They may be delicious, but there's a reason the Bible tells you not to eat them. Urban Leave, Richard, at least my family isn't big and can be used as a couch. Your family isn't big, but they can be used as a couch? Well, that's a very uncomfortable couch. I mean, I love it when women use me as a couch. I just spread out and then they lay right on top of me and just ban Urban Levy, he sucks. Chenistify, I'm a very big man. And being a very big man, it takes something very big to insult me. He wants to make fun of my weight. Let him make fun of my weight. I mean, he's saying more about himself than he is me, isn't he? Dixie Normus, if you want camel, go to Middle East. It's common. Yeah, you see, or Tristan, I keep calling him Tristan. He went to Pakistan on a vacation, and he tried to try camel. So, despite it being common there, he couldn't find any. Dixie Normus, you're adorable, don't mind anyone. Again, somebody making fun of my weight is really not that big of a deal. I was on Facebook once, and somebody told me that all of my people would be killed. And he was offended when I reported this comment to Facebook. So, if I can deal with jokes about genocide, I could deal with a few fat jokes. Urban Leave. Richard, I'm surprised that chair is still alive. Yeah, I know. I mean, when I was 415, God, I destroyed chairs. I got specialized chairs that were oversized, but I mean, the recovery process did help, and now I can pretty much use normal chairs again, although I do prefer them to be a little larger. Chanistify top three television streaming series of all time. Hmm. Okay, you have Star Trek Next Generation, and you have Robotech, which are, my two favorites. Third might be X Files, but I didn't watch every episode of X Files, particularly after David Duchovny was no longer a regular. Blue Baron Snake Eyes, Orange Guy, hello, hello. What's up, bro? You're back. Orange Guy. What was Richard talking about his weight? Yeah, people have been making fun of my weight today, and, again, you want to make fun of. Comments are good comments. The algorithm doesn't care. So if people want to get in here and say nasty things about me, I'm just going to have to let them. Justify Star Trek rules. Have you seen Deadwood? No, I have not. Right now, I mean, I've seen every published episode of Universal Basic Guys, and in fact, on Random Street Theater, the one of the creators of Universal Basic Guys is actually a subscriber. The guy that's in charge of Muttsack. I'm working on Those About to Die, but I don't really care for it. It's one of those things. I generally look for the obscure rather than the common because people want to hear more about the obscure on that channel. So that's what I do. The Blue Baron, the British gave Palestine to the Jews, did they not? That is a complicated conversation. All right, the British promised Palestine for the Jew to the Jews in exchange for Jewish troops. Okay, it was a war. So yes, the Jews were promised Israel. They never gave it to us. They just promised. I mean, promises were not very well kept. Orange guy, we don't want any mean stuff. Yeah, I mean, can't we all just get along, man? I mean, hate is so harsh, bro. You gotta mellow, man. Learn to connect with the Great Spirit. Anyway, Cheetos Bird, Babylon 5, DS9, STNG, Lex, Farscape, top 5 TV shows. I mean, I have heard of all of those. I have not watched every episode of all of those. Chanistify, at Urban Leave, buddy, leave. No one wants you here. Hey, man, watch hours are watch hours, bro. I mean, I'm taking a very, very realistic look at this and my life. So if he wants to come and troll, I'm not going to discourage him. I'm just not. Not going to encourage him either because to do that I would have to cry and turn this off. But yeah, if he wants to be a crying child, let him be a crying child, man. I mean, Orange guy, what's going on? I fell asleep. Who was Urban Leave? And why is he bullying Richard? I don't know who he is, and he's some guy that makes fat jokes. The Blue Baron, British Jews are the best Jews. I don't know if I've ever met a British Jew, but then a lot of the Jews I've spoken to have been online. I mean, after the October 7th attack, I was actually contacted by a rabbi who wanted my input on it. Lord knows why, but he could have been British. Tristan Smith, man, trolls can really elevate a level quickly. Yeah, sometimes hate can be more effective than love. And just understand something, that love is not the opposite of hate. Hate is not the opposite of love. They are both points of emotional interest. If you really feel the opposite of love towards something, you simply don't care about it. The opposite of love and hate is indifference. Oranged guy, dang. Chanistify, who's urban? Dixie Normus, are you religious? I wouldn't call myself religious, I would call myself knowledgeable. Um, to be clear, until my 10th birthday, I was raised as a Jew. Then my mother, who was Jewish, passed away. I identify as a Reformed Jew. We do not have to keep kosher. But when I worked with the homeless, a lot of them were deeply religious people, and giving them religious counsel was very helpful. So I began doing more and more research into religion in order to better help the people that I was tasked with helping. So if I were to describe myself, I would say that I subscribe to a Jewish philosophy. Okay? But that Jewish philosophy is founded in logic and reasoning. Orange guy, whoa. Okay. The Blue Baron, type into Google image a map of British Empire and tell me that's not impressive. Okay. You know, wasn't the biggest empire. I believe that was the Mongols. Orange guy, who's urban? Don't know. Justify, orange guy, I have no idea. Orange guy, Gorsh. What, I am going to play some games. Roblox. Okay. The Blue Baron, I like this channel. How often do you on? Um, I try to stream once a day. I've streamed twice. My longest stream is about 7 hours. No, the British Empire was the biggest by far. I'll take your word for it. Dixie Normus, don't bask in past glory, Baron. UK is in tatters like the rest of Europe. Look, Dixie, the whole world is seeing some bad times right now. I can't say they're any better or worse for Britain, but you know, never be ashamed of your history and don't take too much pride in your history. It's like I say, my last name Neal comes from uh, son of Nile, Nile of the Nine Hostages, who was a high king in prehistory. So like that doesn't make me royalty. No one's calling me saying, "Hey, the king died, Richard. It's your turn." And it's not going to happen. The Blue Baron, it is in tatters now. Yes, Uh, let's just be fair, Blue Baron. Um, Boris did a crap job. Okay, the whole Brexit thing was a big debacle, and I mean, hey, every country sees some bad times. This is just one of them. Chinistify, the UK needs to come back to the EU. I agree with you. Dixie Normus, maybe it needs someone like Trump. It has a Trump. His name is Boris. He's a white guy with weird hair. What part of that do you not understand? The Blue Baron, yes. Tristan Smith. Richard is a great channel. You guys should subscribe. Well, I need 44 more subscribers and about 2,000 watch hours. So yes, subscribe. Boris isn't the PM anymore. Is it still Rishi, whatever his name is? Dushi Rushi, as they call him? I mean, look, Boris was your Trump. He was a pile of fail that made fail funny, and it made him notable. No, it's Starmer. Okay, I haven't heard of Starmer. I'm going to admit that. I don't really follow British politics. Okay, it's Boris Johnson, I believe it is, was sort of the big showboat, and then Rushi, he was a monumental choice because of his background. Boris was oakish, says Blue Baron. Oakish. I don't know what that means. Does that mean like an oak or like an ogre? Michael. Feather Danny? Tristram Smith. It's the UK is so bad their food isn't the national dish. Indian food is the national dish of Britain. What's a failure of a country? There's nothing. There's nothing wrong with adding diversity. I mean, what's the national food of America? Isn't it the hamburger, which is named after Hamburg, Germany? Oakish is an informal slang term that means something is acceptable or tolerable but not great. It can also suggest that something is mediocre or slightly above average. Oakish is combination word of okay and ish. Oh, cool. That's another word for my pile there. I would think oakish meant of the oak, but I really should start making those definition videos again. Okay. The Blue Baron, nice one. The Blue Baron to Tristan, what language are you typing in? He's typing in English. He's an American. Chenistify, don't judge a country by their national dish. That's probably pretty good advice. Dixie, Normus. To be fair, you can't make fish and chips a national dish. Yes, you can. I love fish and chips. Tristan Smith. The burger was invented in Connecticut or Massachusetts or New Hampshire. Okay, but it's named after Germany, a city in Germany. Chanistify wrong, invented in Germany. Actually, I do believe the modern hamburger, which is ground beef on a bun as opposed to ground beef on sliced bread, is American by definition. And the sliced bread version may be German, or at least invented by a German. But it's like pizza. There was something predating pizza that you might consider pizza, but pizza itself was invented in America. Potato chips or crisps were invented in America. You know, we have a lot of modern foods invented here. The chimichanga was invented in California. It's one of those things. We have a very diverse palate, although American food tends to be salty and bland. But I mean, how do you define the origin of a food? Tristan Smith, as it's known now. Yeah, I mean, the modern hamburger is not the original hamburger. The Blue Baron. No, the burger is German. I gotta go. Peace. All right, bro. Hope to see you soon. Tristan Smith. The first cheeseburger is said to have been created in 1924 by Lionel Sternberg at his father's sandwich shop, the Right Spot in Pasadena, California. It wouldn't surprise me. Lol dummies. Mm. Genesty. Are you saying just because they make the modern version of the food, America is the inventor of it? By the logic, whenever a new car comes out, that country is the inventor of the car. Look, some people have actually said that the hamburger dates back to the Mongol Empire, where the Mongols used to put meat in their saddle, poor cuts of meat in their saddle, in order to grind it up. So, eh. Urban Leave, I am back. KSO. Dixie, enormous. America and UK invented a lot of things, just not too many foods. Oh, there are plenty of foods that are invented in America and the UK, or at least modern variations that are American and UK. It's not a contest though. I mean, how can you even say somebody invented a food? They came up with a recipe. It's a little different. Tristan Smith, I am saying the best comes from America. The best of every country moves here to succeed. I'm sorry, man. We are described as the land of opportunity. Dixie, Normus, they were busy inventing things that matter. Okay, America is not necessarily the inventor of things. We are the great communicator. We are the ones that put things together to make them work. And this thing on my hand hurts like heck. You see that red inflammation around it? Chanistify Tristan Smith, nice moving of the goalpost. Guys, this is not a contest between whose country is better. I mean, it's like, all right, noodles were invented in Asia, but the Italians ran with them. Okay, are Asian noodles somehow better than Italian noodles because they were invented over? No, no, they're not. I mean, yeah, it's good to be the first, but it's also good to be unique. So it's like, if I went out there and okay, what are those English pancake things or like scones or something? No, they're not scones. You put down that little metal ring and you pour the batter in, you know, like those things. If I made a superior version of those, what difference does it make if they're English? Mm, okay. Incidentally, guys, according to Wikipedia here, the hamburger is not known to be of Germany or the United States. It can go either way. Okay. Tristan Smith, America is betterer of things. We do a lot of great stuff here, but I hear, Japan has got the best computers. Urban Leave, Gorlock the Destroyer's son. Say an insult back, fat crybaby. Urban Leave, um, if you got to insult a big person to make yourself bigger, you're telling the biggest insult of all. You know, it's just one of those things that, you're saying what kind of a person you are by insulting me. I've done nothing to you. You don't know my story. You probably don't have a strong understanding of of psychology. Let them tears out. Yeah, bro, you do you. You let them tears out. Okay. Apparently that's Gorlock the Destroyer. I'm not truly sure what I'm looking at here, but Dixie Normus. That was Gorlock the Destroyer. I think I have a. No, I don't. I don't have it on me. I don't have it in this computer. But I did at one point have a picture of myself at 415 pounds, and it wasn't pretty. I mean, if you go to my channel, Richard's Fat Man Getting Fit, you're the billionaire of calories. Your insults are not getting better, Urban. Anyway, if you go to Richard's Fat Man Getting Fit, I made videos at 405 pounds. No, Dixie, I did not get surgery. What happened was I was changing a car tire, and the guy didn't set his parking brake, so his car fell on me and put a 5% bend in my spine. So for a while, due to the nerve damage, I did a lot of sleeping, and I really couldn't stand for more than 5 minutes without feeling pain. So I really had to just sit there and suffer with the weight gain. Tristan Smith, he's probably sad that he's up at 4:48 a.m. with no one to talk to, no life to look forward to, and probably 7 tabs open, trolling people like a weirdo. Yeah, I mean, Urban's certainly interesting folks, but you know what? Getting me close to monetization. So, Derek Dressel, Lois Anderson, is that? I gotta look that person up. Lois Anderson, Lewis Anderson. Let's see how this was supposed to be pronounced according to the internet.
Lewis Anderson.
Okay, Lewis Anderson. And it's not Louis Anderson or Lewis. It's Louis. Apparently, let's. I'm bad with pronunciation.
Louis Anderson.
Yeah, Louis Anderson. Okay. Now, Louis Anderson is dead. He died. in 2022. And for those of you who don't get the joke, this is what he looked like. Now, obviously, you can see I've got my teeth straight, so no, I'm not him. Uh, okay, so Urban Leave, you're so big that your sleeping bag is a house. That joke don't make a lot of sense, does it? Your sleeping bag's your mother. Crawl out of that, you smell like fish. Dixie Normus, Urban is 12. Urban, I'm 21, idiot. You may be 21, but you're still 12. Let's just be honest here, Urban. Everybody thinks you're acting like a 12-year-old. You're a silly little man and you haven't grown up yet. And I mean, you're going to sit there and cry into your toilet as you look at your tiny dong and just that's who you are. You're basically putting a big sign on the internet saying, "I have a little dong," because that's what you do when you have a little dong. You insult other people. Urban, just being a bully because I can. Mm, once again, bully all you want. You're not going to bother me. Derek Brazil, just kidding. It's a common joke, bro. And I mean, I used to get John Candy, then I got Chris Farley. Peter Griffin is another common one. Urban Do, yeah. Chinistify, what kind of music do you listen to? I typically listen to 80s hard rock. Dixie Normus, do you live with your mother? My mother died 26 years ago, or 36 years ago. I haven't had parental supervision since I was 10, dude. Dixie, Urban, leave. That's your dad. My dad's dead as well. You're going to go cry to your mother. You're going to go tell your mother. Dude, do you think of her when you whack off? Because you sound like a dude that does that. It's not that uncommon. It's called an Oedipus complex. Orange guy, hello guys, I'm back. Orange guy, lol, Urban is gonna cry to his mom. Ah ha ha, yes. Dixie Normus, it was for Urban. Well, then you want to kind of say the at Urban, or say Urban there. I mean, about 30% of what you mean is lost in context when you type it out. It's one of the reasons being a writer. I mean, anybody could tell you an interesting story because they can use the inflections, but being a writer is a lot harder. Derek Brezel, Urban, the joke was so stupid it made it to the Special Olympics. Orange guy, FR, Urban, want to cry to his mom. Yes. Tears for Fears, baby. Uptown, baby. For the crown, baby. All right, I've got too many tabs open here. See, it's one of those things, you guys, when I do these live streams, I make it a point to get as much out of every experience as I can. So, I'm looking stuff up. I'm tagging things to look up later. I'm trying to expand my mind because I'm crazy. Orange guy, he probably got in trouble for typing on mom's phone and she saw his messages. Yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking that Urban is the kind of dude that got spanked a lot when he was a kid and he kind of liked it. And that's why he's I mean, it's like, look, you guys know I crack a lot of jokes about politicians. Bro, God, I whoopin' at midnight. Yeah, I make a lot of jokes about politicians, and the point of those jokes is not to lampoon the politician, but to be funny. You know, it's like Richard is a chill man. Yeah, I used to have real bad anger problems, but I learned to cope. You know, one of the things we should do as people to become rounded people is that we focus on the greatest weakness of our personality. He the type of man who doesn't take stuff seriously. I take certain things seriously, okay, but not insults because I'm so used to them. I'm a grown man. Oh, we got Jesus in the chat, and he's thinking. Orange guy, guys. Yeah, couldn't have said it better myself. Dixie Normus, Jesus has a beard. Okay, you don't know if Jesus is using his own face as his avatar. Orange guy, I think Urban's 9-year old is gonna make a alt account that says Urban's mom. You think he doesn't have an account that is his mom? I mean, he probably pays prostitutes to dress up like his mom and tell him that she's proud of him. It's like he's that kind of a guy. I've always said you should be nice to us fat people because if you're not, we might just eat you. Because you don't know how delicious you can be if properly stewed. Orange guy, blah ha 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 ha. Ha. Dixie Normus, that's a good one. Did you think of it now? No, no. As I said, I've said that for many years now. I mean, Dixie, I am something of a comedian. I wouldn't say I'm a comedian, but I'm something of a comedian. So I tell a lot of jokes. I have a few short stand-up routines that I've worked on. So I do have a stock set of jokes that I tell. It's like I don't know if many of you have seen my any of my Trump memes, but it's like I have one meme where it's a Native American looking at Donald Trump and saying, "We call him shitting bull," because the joke is that Sitting Bull was a Native American, and Donald Trump is said to tell a lot of lies. Okay, read mine, Derek Brazel. Read mine what? This scab is just bugging the crap out of me right now, by the way. But it's like I did refrain from making like old jokes about Joe Biden or Bernie Sanders because typically speaking, if you want to make a joke about somebody, you should make jokes about something you feel is in their control. Now, a lot of people feel that my weight is in my control, so that would make making jokes about my weight fair game. But, it's like Joe Biden being old, making a joke about that is, well, I mean, it's just not fair because he can't control being old. He can't be a younger person. But if a politician says things that are strange interpretations of the truth, we have a right to make fun of that because that's how the world works. Somebody should be, examined for their choices. That's just one of those things about life is we want to hate on people because of where they come from, where you come from is not necessarily who you are. And I mean, in reality, political humor is meant to bring people towards Sophia Anderson. Ha ha ha! Idiots! It's me, Urban. I stole my mom's phone. Uh, but you're on your mother's plan. Anyway, political humor is meant to express opinions and push the conversation. I mean, the thing about one of the things about a debate versus an argument. A debate, typically speaking, one side is right and one side is wrong, and it's getting to that point that's what should be happening. An argument is two people who aren't going to change their mind yelling at each other. Fata big back. I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny. Gooder Bear. I thought Chris Farley was dead. Haven't heard that one in the last 5 minutes. Oh, wait, I have! Man, I was never a big fan of Farley, and he was a big coke addict, so I wonder how he stayed so fat. But dang, people. Tristan Smith, wait, your mom's name is Sophia Anderson? Hey, Richard, should I find him like I found you? Um, no? Tristan? Uh, troll's gonna troll. You'll never hunt them all down. Orange guy, Sophia Anderson. Is it Urban's mom or mother? You don't want me to send him a letter, Tristan Smith. Look, you know, don't worry about people that say nasty things to me. They've already embarrassed themselves. I mean, I have learned this out of life is that if you deal with people that tell those kinds of jokes, you know, if it makes them feel better, let them do it. It's like I would rather some guy make fat jokes about me than go beat his wife. It's just if that's how they blow off steam, that's how they blow off steam. And human beings, we as human beings stink. We're terrible creatures. If you look at human history, there's so many horrible things that we as people keep doing to other people. And it's like you think, how can anyone do that? And it's like, well, because people stink. It's like I remember I heard from Ryan Macbeth, who is an intelligence analyst, so he knows these things, that Hamas soldiers tend to keep a child with their unit to discourage IDF from attacking them because Jews don't want to hurt a child, okay? And I mentioned this in a forum once. And somebody said, well, I don't think people would hurt their own children. And it's like, Hamas is famous for killing Palestinian children. Let's what they do. There is a man who was the son of one of the founders of Hamas who went before the UN and said that he defected to Israel because he watched Hamas murder all of his friends, who, him being a Palestinian, were Palestinians. And he said that when he was a kid, they tied him to a pole and whipped him with electrical cords till he fell unconscious. So, I mean, it's just one of those things. It's like people say, well, I don't think you're applying yourself to them and you're giving them your values instead of finding out who they are, which is what you should be doing. Orange guy, people do stink. Some do. Yeah, both literally and figuratively. Dixie, only friends can make occasional fat jokes. You know, remember something that your friends laugh with you, not at you. And if it's a sensitive topic, your friends aren't going to make those jokes. Like, there was this joke, it's like when you fall in the mud, your friend helps you up, but your best friend pushes you back in the mud and laughs. Yeah, sounds like your best friend's a dick. What if Richard subscribed to all of our channels right now? Orange guy, uh, you can buy subscribers. So one subscriber doesn't help. You need people who are going to watch your channel. And I don't actually watch a lot of YouTube on this channel. I watch most of my YouTube through Random Street Theater. So that's a thing. But don't go sub for sub because those people do not watch your channel. They don't watch your content. It's like Tristan Smith here. He does a Twitch. I don't even have a Twitch account. But when I'm online and I stream and he's streaming, I go to his Twitch to be supportive. Yeah, okay, I mean, I do that. And I try to be supportive of as many people as possible, but I only have so much time. Tristan Smith, what if Richard posted my stream on his channel and I paid him? Tristan, you're already a great supporter of this channel. Okay? You don't need to pay me now. I mean, um, do you mean like I've already done, or do you mean something else? Dixie, see you bye. Yeah, it's kind of petering out now. We're at the orange guy. We're at the end here, so I've got to get some things done, guys. It was great hanging with you again, but I've got to go. I will talk to you folks later, and you have a great day.